Okay, let's review the handout. So we are supposed to describe the data plot that we are given, and we're going to use the acronym SOX to include all the parts to describe this. So you will need your multi-view calculator for this and put in all your data into list 1 to get the 5-stat summary as well as the mean. So I have already calculated this ahead of time to save time on the video. So you can pause and calculate or just follow along. So my mean rounded up to a 93. My median is a 94. The mode, let's look here. So I have a 96 3 times, so the mode is 96. The MAD for this is 3.9. Recall the MAD is an average distance that each data point is from the mean. My IQR, Q3 minus Q1 is 5, and my range is 22. When I did the upper and lower fence formulas, the lower fence gave me a true inequality statement. It showed that 78 is an outlier. The upper fence gave a false statement, so I'm not going to include that. So let's describe this. We can see that we have a tail that's going to the left, so it's going to be skewed left. We had one mode, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it unimodal. So the distribution is unimodal, skewed left, with an outlier of 78. Now we're going to choose the center measure. Since we had an outlier, we're going to go with a median. And then when we do the spread measure, we'll go with IQR. Those are resistant measures. They are not affected much or even if all of an outlier. So let's go with this. The median is 94. The IQR is 5. Number 2, taking a look at ELA grades. So again, you're going to put all these data values into your multi-view to get your 5-stat summary and mean. The mean for the ELA grades is 77. The median is 76. And the mode, so we have 78, 78, 78. Looks like we have several 76s, so we have 2 modes. So 76, back that up a second. So you're not going to average these together, you're just going to list them. So 76 and 78. So it's bimodal. Our MAD, I got a 3.4. My IQR, so 78 minus 74.5, you can see the length of the box here. That is 3.5. The range from 70 up to 92 is a range of 22. When I did the upper and lower fence, I got an upper fence true inequality. 92 is greater than 83.25, so 92 is an outlier. The distribution is bimodal, and this time it is skewed right because our tail is going toward the right. It's pulling the data in a positive direction. It's going right with an outlier of 92. Now, since we have an outlier again, we're going to go with median for center and IQR for spread. The median is 76 with an IQR, and I probably should wrote of the word of there, with an IQR of 3.5. Okay, let me turn my notebook where I wrote all of my data down. Now let's look at science grades. We have an average of 91 with a median of 91. And the mode here, let's see, I have 88. I have 92. wait, let's do check marks for 92. Oh, but then I think 94, 94, 94. So 94 shows up 3 times. So the mode is 94. The MAD averaged to 2.8. So far, the science grades are a little bit more consistent because it has a smaller MAD than the other 2 grades. My IQR 94 minus 88 is 6, and the range 96 minus 86 is 10. So when I tested outliers here, I got false statements. So I'm going to write none. So here it's pretty symmetrical. So I'm just going to say the distribution is bell-shaped. If you wanted to put unimodal and symmetric, you could write those words out with no outlier, which makes sense when you have something that's symmetrical. So since we have no outlier, we're going to use mean for the center measure and MAD for the spread measure. The mean is 91 with a MAD of 2.8. Now let's take a look at some histograms. So here we're looking at Caroline's basketball points per game. She has an average of 17 points per game. Her median is 17 and a half. The mode, let's see which number. Oh, we can, so somewhere 16 up to 18, but we can't see specifically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 18s. 1, 2, and 19 is 3, 1, 2, 3. So it looks as 18 is the mode. The MAD was 1.625. So you can see that her data is very clustered together. It's very predictable. The IQR is 3. And your range for this one is 7. I did the outlier test and I got 2 false statements. And again, it matches up with how this is bell-shaped. The distribution is bell-shaped with no outlier. So we're going to use the mean and MAD. The mean will be our center measure, and that is 17 with a MAD of 1.625. So the MAD is showing that each data point is on average 1.6 units from the mean, which means that the data is predictable. For Drew's golf scores, we have, let's see, I had an average of 77, a median of 75, and then the mode, let's see, we have 74, 74. We have 75, 75. Any other? Nope, I think that's okay. So we're going to say 74, 75, so it's bimodal. But it does have 2 modes, but because these buckets consist, like this bucket consists of the 74 up to 76. Well, 74 and 75. We're going to say it's unimodal because it's one clear peak. So let's not get that mixed up. So the MAD for the golf score is 3.7. Your IQR is 4, and your range is 18. When I did the upper and lower fence, I did get a positive, or 90 is greater than 84. I should say I got a true statement, so 90 is an outlier. We can see that how the 90 did pull the data up, it skewed it to the left. So the distribution is unimodal, skewed right, with an outlier of 90. So we're going to use the median and IQR. The median is 75 with an IQR of 4. So you can see that the data is 3.7, the MAD. It's spread out a little bit because it skewed it, that 90. Okay, let's look at our last one. Hours of homework. I got a mean of 6. I got a median of 7. And then the mode, let's see, we have 3 7s, so let's go with 7 as our mode. The MAD is 1.7. My IQR is 2, and our range is 9. When I did the outlier test, I got a true statement that 0 was less than 3, so 0 is an outlier. We have this, it's pretty symmetrical, but you know, since we definitely know that this was an outlier, let's just say that it is skewed left. So the distribution is unimodal. Skewed left with an outlier of 0. So we're going to use the median and IQR. The median is 7 with an IQR of 2.